this heightens everybody's awareness in terms of the importance.
Thank you. Let me go to Amanda and sort of pose a similar question, but on a more global scale. What do you think is important to understand about, what might be happening with the global response right now, and health ministries or health departments around the world?
Sure, I think everything that's just been said, except with no resources and no money and no technical specialists. And that's not to overstate it, but we specifically look at, we work a lot with Africa, but there is a checklist that the World Health Organization has called the Joint External Evaluation. It helps us assess health systems and how ready they are for epidemics. And essentially every country in the world scores below the perfect score. Even America and Australia are at the top, but no one is fully prepared. And as Emery said, it's very hard to be prepared for all levels at a pandemic level. So some of the countries we work at, I was on the phone today with Zimbabwe. It's been in the media. They haven't been able to pay their doctors and nurses for several months, and the health system is collapsing there. So you're trying to prepare for a large-scale pandemic, potentially with no salaried staff. We're working in Nigeria at the moment. We have a team there. They have a large Lassa fever outbreak at the moment, a highly infectious viral hemorrhagic fever, 100 cases last week, more than 35 healthcare workers killed in the same epidemic last year because of failures in PPE. So as they try to prepare and resolve Lassa fever, they're also trying to prepare for coronavirus. We're finally getting close to maybe defeating Ebola in DRC, and they have 400,000 cases of measles with 6,000 deaths. So as big as this outbreak is, the measles outbreak in DRC is unprecedented. So many of the countries that we're supporting with and working with have weak underlying health systems and high risks of other outbreaks while they're then trying to manage this. And they have huge connections with China. So many of our counterparts in Africa, 1 million Chinese in Nigeria at the moment, heavy trade and travel links that are extremely important to fragile economies. And then a lack of diagnostics, so being able to detect those first cases. So we're really prioritizing, very similar to the same things that CDC and the US hospitals are prioritizing. Early detection, early response, early containment, but still trying to maintain a health system and control the other outbreaks that are ongoing.
Thank you.
Well, that's something to handle. And at the same time, something that so many has asked. What about those those areas that she talked about? So there's no dot there, no dot there. There's one dot, 3 confirmed, and one of the problems are that there's no test kits, no way to know. It raises some concerns, doesn't it? And here's something that I am more wordless in front of.
我是害怕，我前面是病毒，我后边是中国的法律和行政力量，但是我会振作起来。只要我活在这个城市，我会继续做我的报道。我只说我看见的，我听见的。我特别喜欢说一些撂的狠话，对吧？我今天把狠话撂这儿。我连死都不怕，我怕你共产党吗？
wow. So he has been disappeared, and nobody knows. Nobody knows what has happened. What can we do? How can we help these people? How can we help this earth? We who have choices, we who have an opportunity to make choices. I have no idea what nyhtökaura is in English. Pulled oats. Okay, that's there. Pulled oats. I am a bit embarrassed right now. So the making of these does not require resources, water, or anything like that too much, and the nutrition in these, it says the protein that loves the planet. Simply good and simply food. Oats, beans, and love. And there are different tastes, different with garlic and lemon and with chili, if I remember right, and the naked one, yeah, and the nutrition values are high, and the cost to our planet is low, and no torturing animals, no taking lives, and these are good to earth, the soil. These does not suck all the power from the soil. I myself am not so interested about soy products, but sometimes I use some soy products, but I'm not that interested about those. But then we go to the subject that I really wanted to speak of, is Entomophagy. Is it? There are 1,000 or 1,000 to 2,000 species to be eaten, and eating insects may be a possible solution to environmental degradation caused by livestock production. There are surely nasty looking insects that don't, sorry, trigger warning. For example, these, I would have to, I'm sure, drink a bottle of vodka or whiskey before tasting these to be fearless. I was going to say fearless enough. But I know I I really understand these have large amount those nutritions that you are good for you. Insects, this is the point that I am the most interested, and of course this that it's benefit, it's good for you to eat insects. Insects generally have high food conversion efficiency than more traditional meats, measured as efficiency of conversion of ingested food, or ECI. While many insects can have an energy impact to protein output ratio to around 4:1, raised livestock has ratio closer to 54:1. This is partially due to the fact that feed first needs to be grown for most traditional livestock. Additionally, endothermic warm-blooded vertebrates need to use significantly greater amount of energy just to stay warm, whereas ectothermic cold-blooded plants or insects do not. An index which can be used as to measure is efficiency of conversions of ingested food to body substance. For example, only 10% of ingested food is converted to body substance by beef cattle versus 90 to 31 by silkworms and 44 by German cockroaches. Studies concerning the house cricket provide further evidence for the efficiency of insects as food source when reared at 30 degrees or more and fed a diet of equal quality to the diet used to rear conventional livestock. Cricket showed a food conversion twice as efficient as pigs and broiler chicks, 4 times that of sheep and 6 times higher than steers, when losses in carcass, trim and dressing percentages are counted. Insects reproduce at faster rate than beef animals. A female cricket can lay from 1,200 to 1,500 eggs in 3 to 4 weeks, while for beef the ratio is for breeding animals for each market animal produce. Did I miss something? This gives house crickets a true food conversion efficiency almost 20 times higher than beef. Here's the reason, and this picture is from Entomophagy Oy. Cow produce in 6 years 4 little ones, and crickets produce in 6 weeks 200. 6 weeks. The differences and the water here is one important thing because water is necessity. Drinkable water is something we should look at, and as seen here again, lähde Entomophagy Oy. Proteins are amazingly high if you need such. Fats are not that bad, and the dietary fiber is good for you. Acknowledgements. There were I suppose I myself am more interested about these environmental opportunities, not tradition for human consumption. Insects are highly nutritious and healthy food source for high fat, protein, vitamin, fiber, and mineral content. The nutritional value of edible insects is highly variable because of the wide range of edible insect species. Even within the same group of species, nutritional value may differ depending on the metamorphic stage of the insect, the habitat in which it lives, and its diet. For example, the composition of unsaturated omega-3 and 6 fatty acids is mealworms is comparable with that in fish, which is amazing. And the protein, vitamin, and mineral content of mealworms is similar to that in fish and meat. Food safety, if you are worried about that. Economic development, communication, legislation. So I read this and then I stop. Why eat insects? Overall, entomophagy can be promoted for 3 reasons. Health. Insects are healthy, nutritious alternatives to mainstream staples such as chicken, pork, beef, and even fish. Many insects are rich in protein and good fats and high in calcium, iron, and zinc. Insects already form a traditional part of many regional and national diets. And then the environmental and livelihoods. Many livestock offer livelihood opportunities for both urban and rural people. Insect rearing can be low tech for very sophisticated, depending on the level of investment. So here are 2 things that if you have an opportunity to make a choice in your life, you should consider that, in my opinion, help the state that this world is in. This is just my opinion, and I know people normally has some shivers when they think about this. But it also, for example, my child eats these house crickets that I have bought from Finnish producer, and she likes them. And they are quite expensive at start, but if more people would buy these, perhaps the price would go a bit. Consumers friendly, so to speak. If I were you, I would start with this. Grasshoppers. They taste like salty peanuts, and where was the picture of these? Kotisirkka. This tastes good in chocolate and in meat and eaten like that, and you get used to it quite fast when you let yourself acknowledge that this is not from middle age. This is this day, and these are lab grown. and when your body says, oh, these are good, and if you are not allergic to seafood or dust mites, then go ahead, try some. Yes, I have a small amount of flu in my nose. Shall we eat this world to be a better place? Let's try. Let's give an opportunity. Take care. Where is the cursor? There. Take care. Bye.